right here. Just want to make sure that everything was together, all the P's and Q's were together. So appreciate you guys all being here. Let me do something real quick because I know y'all can get distracted by the TV right there on this side right there. So let me turn that off. So appreciate you guys all being here. For the ones that may be watching this in real time versus the ones that might be watching this live. It doesn't even matter. I know it's going to take some time for YouTube to notify you guys. So you guys were here earlier whenever I had my live, and I really do appreciate you guys' response to that. I appreciate you guys sharing the video. I appreciate you liking the video. Got a lot of good responses from that, a lot of comments. I'm still trying to read through some of them. And as of right now, we're almost a full minute in, and YouTube has yet to notify you guys because it's only showing that there's one person in here at the 1 minute mark. So what I'll do, I'll just kind of, lollygag a little bit in the beginning of this, just to see if YouTube notifications are going to get out, to let people know that I am live. And based off of the title right here, you guys can all see what it says right here. And when, what is your name here? Rof Woes sent me this article via Patreon. And at first, I thought it was a joke. I'm sitting here thinking like, wait a minute, this is not for real. This cannot be for real. I mean, you guys that are here right now, appreciate you guys all being here. By the way, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. There's 30 people here at the 2 minute mark. John Galt is in here and saying, what's going on? Some of everything, not a whole lot. I might sound a little, you can hear it in my voice a little bit. I'm not sick or anything. It's just, of course, speaking engagement, ladies and gentlemen, and it went quite well. And then after the speaking engagement, people line up. They want to talk to you. They want to give you their insight. They want to tell you their story. So it ended probably about 9 o'clock. I actually finished speaking probably around 7:45, and I talked to people and shook hands afterwards up until about, how long ago, babe? How long we been here? It's 10:15. So we got in here around what? Oh yeah. So yeah, I stayed around for about a good hour. I always like to do it. I like to shake hands. I hear people's stories. I'm usually not in a rush because I let people know I'm just going back to my hotel to go to sleep. So that's all I'm going to be doing. Anyway, at the 3 minute mark, almost here, and there's 162 people in here. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. Also, if you are on the phone, if you double tap the screen, that gives the video a thumbs up. So I appreciate you guys. So I can go ahead and get right on into this for the people who are going to be watching this later on that didn't get to see this live. So you guys all see the title right here where it has Tim Walz, Kamala Harris, Walz to launch a media blitz to woo male voters. I got to read this, but y'all already know where my mind is going to go on this. And I'm pretty sure y'all probably about to blow up the comments. Tim Walz, the things we know about him and what his nickname is, and they want him to go to try to woo male voters. And what's interesting about this that they said, and I'm just being real, y'all, it's like, see what you can do to definitely get the black voters. I about fell out my seat when I heard that, man. I'm just telling y'all, maybe if he get a bottle of hot sauce or something like that and just talk about how he eats succotash, maybe he eat, maybe he can talk about how he's tasting some of Kamala Harris collard greens that she washed in the bathtub, along with Hillary Clinton's bottle of hot sauce in her purse. Maybe if he do that, he can possibly woo some black. Maybe if he sat there and said he eat Kamala Harris greens with some hog maw or some turkey necks, he might be able to woo some black folks. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm getting off subject here. Let me get back to this article right here, all right? All right. So it says Kamala Harris is dispatching Tim Walz to turn out male voters. Faced with a serious polling deficit among young men, Harris' campaign is sending the Minnesota governor on a man-focused media blitz on Friday, including football-focused TV interviews and pheasant hunting with digital influencers, according to the details shared with First Political. I've seen some of these videos, and if I was at my studio, guys, I would be able to show you exactly what Tim Walz was out there doing when he was trying to hunt. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing that he was out here with a gun. And it's, y'all, please, after I get done with this video, go and look up Tim Walz trying to hunt. And you guys are going to be completely amazed at what how he was handling the gun. I, I was embarrassed for him. Let me get back to this article. Again, it says faced with the polling deficit among young men and women, among young men, Harris campaign is sending Minnesota governor on a man-focused media blitz on Friday, including football-focused TV interviews, pheasant hunting with digital influencers, according to the details shared Politico. It says, I'll start with the one-on-one interview with ABC Good Morning America, Michael Strom, which we already seen some of that stuff right there. And you know Michael Strom is black. And strangely, and I guess fortunately, not a lot of young black people even watch Good Morning America, especially black men. Don't watch Good Morning America at all. I did a phone call along with my wife and my sons and some of my staff that do the mentorship programs. We called across the 5 states where we do major mentoring at, right? And none of our young people even, they heard of Good Morning America, but not one of them said that they watch it. Not one of them know who Michael Strom is. Even though he was an excellent football player, they don't know who he is. So none of them watch this. So anyway, that's just an anecdotal type, hypothesis right there. Anyway, so it says in the sit down with the pair, we'll discuss how Walz's coaching career prepared him for politics and will feature some of his former students. Walz will also appear in around local TV interviews in Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, which the campaign hopes will center on high school football and hunting. In Michigan, later on Friday, Walz will headline on a voter engagement event with black men. Y'all, I'm sorry. Y'all, yeah, you heard me say that right. Tim Walz. Now, don't get me wrong. Look, Tim Walz, if he was a football coach like they say he was, I'm certain. I don't know. In Minnesota, it's cold there. A lot of Negroes ain't trying to stay up there where it's really cold at. But anyway, he might have had some black people on his football team. I'll give him that. I don't know. But in Michigan, Walz will headline a voter engagement event with black men. Did this fool not see what happened when a so-called black man tried to go and woo black men as well, Barack Obama? Did he not see, did Tim Walz, did the Harris campaign not watch anything in real people's responses, like real black men like myself, Anton Daniels, the Angry Man, Aaron O, Jericho Green, Brandon Tatum, Unifier TV, Black Conservative Perspective? Did he not go and watch any of our stuff and see what a lot of us major black influencers who are conservative say? Did he not see the backlash on them with Barack Obama, who claims to be black and he's not black? When he tried to go and talk to black men, did they not see what happened? So now you're about to sin. I'm just being, y'all know me. I'm just keeping it real. I'm funny sometimes, and y'all know what I mean by this. You're going to send the palest white man who I guarantee is out of touch with anything black culture related. You're going to send this man and try to have him go and woo black men voters for Kamala Harris. Man, if that's not one of the biggest jokes out there, I don't know what is, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, that is awesome. Samuel Lang, how you doing? Say long time no see. I've been here. I have a lot of people that's been writing me today saying, hey, I haven't seen you in a long time. Where you been? Hey, glad to see you're back. I'm like, wait, what? I mean, I have a lot of subscribers that have come out and told me things like that. Like they didn't know where I was. They thought I stopped. No, YouTube did some things like that. I'm telling you, that's why I keep on telling y'all to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, because it makes no sense for people to be saying that to me, to say, I haven't seen you in a long time. Where you been? I'm glad you're still around. I'm like, I have not stopped doing anything. Anyway, this says that he's going to try to go and have voter engagement event with black men. Jesus Christ. Then the governor will return to Minnesota, where he'll deliver the pep talk to Mikado West football team, his former football squad, ahead of their game against rivals Mankato East. And the Saturday morning, Walz will take a group of social media influencers, including veterans advocate David Boomer and a black rodeo star, Romate Mikano, pheasant hunting in Sleepy Island, Minnesota. I've already seen that video, and y'all see how he's handling that gun, y'all. It's terrible. Like he didn't even know how to load it. Walz, folksy relatability on TV, famously tagged Republicans as weird. He tagged Republicans as weird, but yet at the same time, did y'all see his wife Like, okay. Now, here's my thing here, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't have to read no more of this article. This says, but even as some Democrats had hoped Walz, a former teacher who has a strong ties to labor, could help Harris connect with blue collar voters, that hasn't necessarily worked. Notably, the International Association of Firefighters declined to endorse Harris or Trump earlier this month, a snub for the Harris campaign that came as a surprise to her staffers. It may also be a challenging mission to bring over more men to Harris' campaign, which has seen much of its strength built off of its popularity with female voters. So the point is, it's not looking too well, ladies and gentlemen. Now we can get into it. I know a lot of you guys, I guarantee somebody in the comment section probably already said this. How and why would you send Tim Walz to try to go and woo male voters when you guys' party exclusively do not know what a woman is? When you guys exclusively say that a trans woman is indeed a woman. Yeah, you heard me. A trans woman is a woman. I'm gonna, they got so many different meanings to this thing. I want to make sure I'm even getting this right. A trans woman is a woman who was assigned male at birth. So yes, a trans woman is a man, okay? So how is it that you guys are the party of a million different genders? Cis, bis, gis, as, us, as, is, as, beast, both, zai, fo, they, them, she, him, his, her, this, that, zai, by, be, fur, co, pot, to, poo. Y'all got all these things on here, but yet, so when you say that Tim Walz is going to go and try to woo male voters, what type of males are we talking about? Are we talking cis males, gist males, bis males, cos males, who's males, bi males, tri males, poly males? What are we talking about? See what I'm saying? This is how you know that they play on a lot of you folks' mentality, because they know that y'all don't have the mental intellectual to see through some of this stuff. So again, if this is supposed to be about him going to woo male voters, what is a man? Since they obviously don't know what a woman is. These are the type of games that I wish. See, this is why guys, if I was able to do this full time, where I can do this YouTube stuff full time and actually go and get out there and get with the Trump campaign or any campaign in regards to a lot of this, I definitely would, because I think a lot of times these are things that they just need to throw back at that party to show them the stupidity that they have done, to the extent to where you're going to go after male voters. But I thought y'all didn't know what that was. See, I would throw that in their face. Well, no. You just offended every last biologically born male out there, because you don't know how these males identify. How dare you say something like, did you just misgender the whole male population, not knowing how these males identify, huh? Okay. Again, for those that don't know, a trans woman is a man. A trans woman is a man that claims to be a woman. It's not a woman. What is a woman? Since they don't know. A woman can be whatever you think. No, it can't. A woman has a vajayjay. A woman has a vaginal canal. She has a cervix. She has a uterus. She has fallopian tubes. She has she has ovaries. Okay? A man has a penis. He has a urethra. He has seminal vesicles. He has a prostate. He has vas deferens, and he has testicles. Okay? That's it. It's that simple. That's it. So anyway, this is where it gets really interesting, because I know a lot of you guys have made comments like this. This is a man that wants to put tampons in boys' bathrooms. Now, I know you guys all have heard it before. I know you guys heard it being said. Now we're talking about being part of someone's delusions. Do you know how, guys, I wish I could come up with some Jordan Peterson vocabulary words. I want to say something that's beyond ridiculous. something that's beyond stupid, something that's beyond insufferable, incomprehensible, something that will go along the lines with, how in the world would this so-called man who wants to be vice president to Kamala Harris want to put tampons in a man's bathroom? I'm calling them men because they are young men. Most of these young men in high school, they've gone through puberty. You know, they now can get women pregnant. These are men, okay, young men. You're going to put those in boys' bathrooms. You're going to put those in men's bathroom. And yet somehow Kamala Harris is dispatching you to go and try to woo male voters. So now, since you want to do stupid things like that, this is what I like to do, folks. People that like to agree with this rhetoric of delusion, I'll jump right into y'all game and tear y'all up. What I mean by that? Since you want to put tampons in boys' bathroom, let's talk about it. What are y'all planning on sticking it? I mean, I know that they're good for, you know, if you happen to get your nose broke and blood is pulling out, you can probably stick it up your nose and let it kind of absorb some of the blood coming out your nose. You can do it. You can do that. You plan on sticking it up your butt? I don't know, boys, young men, you young men. I'm talking about guys. Guys, women, I'm not talking to y'all. I mean, I know y'all got some things y'all can say about this, but this is what I'm saying to the young guys that may be in here, whether you are a troll or not, whether you watch this video later or not, to the guys, to the young men, and even grown men, some of you ridiculously beta males, like y'all are beneath beta, that agree to this nonsense. Where do you plan on those young boys sticking it at, huh? That's when the truth comes in. That's when the biology come in. Where do they plan on sticking these tampons? Oh, I know. Maybe they end up contracting like, you know, E. coli or something like that, and they have an explosive diarrhea. Maybe to control their diarrhea, they're sticking these tampons up their anus to absorb some of the leakage that may come out. You know what? Maybe they're gay and their buttholes are so open that they can't control the feces that are coming out. So they want to put that's what they're using it for. But then by being wide open like that, they might need to stick 2, 3, 4, 5 of them up there just so it can pack the hole real good. No, let's keep it real. If these are the dumb things that they want to sit there and put out there, let's talk about the certain scenarios that may cause for them to have to use tampons. I don't know. Maybe you was in the Amazon River and you decided to take a piss in the Amazon River, and that spiky catfish parasite thing swimmed up your urethra and it spiked out and it got in your penis or whatever like that, and it's causing some bleeding. I don't know. Maybe you got a really bad urinary tract infection and you tried to stick a Q-tip up yourself to help clean out your urethra, and now you bleed. So maybe you want to stick a tampon. No, it's too big to stick a tampon up your urethra, up your pee-pee hole. Huh. Let's see. Why would there be tampons in boys' bathrooms? You know, maybe these boys go in there and y'all are gay and y'all smash each other in the back real quick, and you don't want any of that male fluid leaking out of you. So you stick a tampon up your butt to capture the sperm that just got released in your anus. Let's keep it real. We are keeping it real. And the reason why I'm saying all this, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, when I had to do my residency and had to do women and men's health, you will be amazed at what these men do. Men, let's keep it real. What they don't tell y'all in the real world, you know what, men, y'all, we account for great amount of the disease is sexually transmitted. You want to know why? Because women can't penetrate each other. They can't. They don't have a external fixation called a penis where they can penetrate anything. Now, they can sit there and burn bushes all day long, but they're not penetrating anything. Only men are penetrating. And men are sticking their penises in any and everything, causing these diseases and everything like this to spread. So again, here we are in 2024, having a real conversation about why there are feminine products like tampons in boys' bathroom. And this is supposed to be a man that you guys on the left feel would be a good president, vice president for Kamala Harris. And then it should make you think about this too. Why in all of God's names, When I say God's names, I'm talking about, people got all kind of names for gods. Not the God I serve, but I'm just talking about I ain't knocking nobody. There all these different gods. That's why I say it in God's name. I don't care if you worship Krishna, Buddha, Zeus, Athena, Kratos. I don't care who you worship. My point is, in any of these gods' names that you can even think of, mythological or whatever, why would you select a man that goes along with that rhetoric? That lets me know that you are not the brightest light bulb either. Not at all. You're going to select a man that believes in putting, come on, man, it ain't no good and well, man. It's so horrible because society right now with these young people, they are so misguided that they believe it. That's the scary part. They believe it. This is a norm for them. I'm telling you guys, these are things that when I talk to these young folks, I give it to them raw and real. There are 1,000 people in here right now, and we only got 200 thumbs ups, y'all. If you guys are on the phone right now, double tap the screen. It'll give me a thumbs up. It helps push my video out there. It helps get the video circulation. I really would appreciate it if you guys do that. And I'm just giving a shout out. YouTube, thank you for jumping on board and actually letting people get notified by me, because it usually don't happen this way when I'm at home. I mean, when I go live from my studio, I don't even have close to these numbers on here, which is interesting. But when I'm out of town in another state and I go live, all of a sudden there's almost 1,000 people in here. Okay. So anyway, what I was saying is this: if you have people in here right now that Kamala Harris thought it was a good choice to pick Tim Walz, who want to put tampons in boys' bathrooms. Come on, folks. These people know in the back of their head that that's not right. They know that that's not right. Okay? Now, they don't know what a woman is. The Democrats really push for all these crazy things that they want us to do. Kamala Harris even showed up at a meeting. I forget. Hi, I'm Kamala, and my pronouns are she and her. That nonsense. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something here. Something happened up in a hospital. Matter of fact, unconventional. Check this out, unconventional. You're going to like this, sister. About 6 months ago, unconventional. I forgot to even tell you this. Unconventional Tia, shout out to my friend in here. Shout out to congratulations on the pregnancy, Tia. I was at Christian Northeast. Tia, you know what I'm talking about, okay? There was a guy there, ladies and gentlemen. There was a guy who thinks he's a woman. He's one of the people that I call on my channel. I'm not, singling him out, but y'all know I give them all, I classify them all under an umbrella. The snow cone colored hair, social justice warrior, jellyback 65 entitled individuals. And he was one of them. Got blue hair on this side and like purple hair on this side. There was a particular patient that I wanted to have looked over for an investigation. And I asked one of the nurses that I wanted that person up by the time I arrived there. Well, this individual, he already went and did it, right? He already went and did it. So when the nurse came out, she said, "Oh, Ty, hey, I'll go get X, Y, and Z for you." I said, no. I said, he already did it. The trans looked at me and went, "She." And I looked at the nurse and I went, "You heard what he said." This male nurse who goes by the name of Jasmine went, and guess what I did? I looked at him, I went, and he walked off. The nurse goes, "Ooh, man, they're going to be pissed." I don't care. He went and got that patient like I wanted to. But he likes to be called she. I don't care what he likes to be called. And for those of you that want to argue gender and all that, guess what? I have not found any software from Barnes Jewish, Christian Northeast, St. John's Mercy Medical, DMH, OFC, OSF, Carl. I haven't found any software that I go and log in to where whenever we have to put in what's going on with the patient, that when we click on gender, it gives us male and female. Anyway, back to the story, ladies and gentlemen. He didn't know that he didn't know that I was a director. So he goes and tries to go to administration and tell them that I refuse to call him by his pronouns. So they knew it wasn't that big of a deal, but they just wanted to address it. They call me in there. This is administration now. I'm like, I'm in administration. They go, Ty, we heard that there was a little bit of an incident. I'm like, what incident? I don't know what y'all talking about. They said there was a person who said that you didn't call them by their name. I said, well, whoever this person is, did they have a name tag on? I said, because all I know is that somebody got a resident up for me. They got a patient up for me. And I told another nurse, he already did it. Well, that's the problem right there, Ty. Wait, what problem? What's the problem? What, something happened to the resident? No. Well, what happened, Ty? I said, nothing happened. I'm confused. What was the incident? They said, well, they like to be called she. I said, is that his name? Well, no, Ty, no. See that right there? You keep saying his. He don't, I mean, look, they couldn't even do it. They told me they like to be called she. I said, is that his name? Because if that's his name, I'll go, hey, she, because there's people in China, males whose names is she, right? CHI. I'll call him she, but is that his name? No. What we're saying, Ty, I said, I know exactly what y'all are getting at. I'm not stupid. I'm just showing this and doing this as an example to show you how ridiculous that is, right? So what they said to me was this: if you could, would you mind? I said, no, I'm not doing that. And if I am going to do that and you guys are trying to force me to do that, I need to see it in policy so I can call my attorney and let them know who it is that's getting ready to get this lawsuit. Well, no, Ty, you know everything that's going on. I don't care about everything that's going on. I'm not about to go and get into anybody else's and fall into their delusions. I will continue to call that individual a he because that's what he is. Whenever you guys call me down here to help you out and we admit patients in, whether it's through the emergency, whatever like that, when you guys want me to go in and try to figure out if this person has a compound fracture, a splint fracture, splinter fracture, shatter fracture, when you guys want me to come in and do evaluations on that, I have to put in my computer that that person's gender is a male or female. That's what we put. Patient is a 36-year-old male who came to the ER via the way of ambulance as a fracture to the right tib. That's what we have to put in there. Now, if that patient was to say to me, would you call me she? No, because you are a 36-year-old male. That's what I'm putting in my computer. I'm going to treat you as such. Now, this is somebody that works at the hospital. So guess what? I asked the administration, I told them this. I said, I would be glad to call this man she, and I would be glad to call this man Jasmine, although his name is Jonathan, I found out. I would be glad, I'm just calling it out. I would be glad to call Jonathan Jasmine and call Jonathan a she if everybody that I work around calls me nigger. Ty, don't worry about it. Black people can say nigger. We can get away with it. You know, it's all in our rap music and everything. We can get away with it. So anyway, y'all listen, I'm telling you, this is what I said to our board of directors, the administration. I said, if that's the case, I'm going to start having all of you guys call me nigger. Ty, we cannot do that. Why not? I mean, if I want to be called nigger, I should have a right to be called nigger. In fact, when I come here, I'm going to dress like Huckleberry Finn, and I'm going to go around talking like this. I'm going to go, good morning to you all. Hey, I sure is glad to see you all in this hospital. I can't wait to see. I will come down here and help you all out. I want to see, I'm going to, hey, how's you doing today? My name is this, and I want you to know what happens to you now. How's you break your leg this time, huh? I heard you got a broken leg now. You's got a broken leg. How's you break your leg? Now, you can't be sitting there chunking rocks and tries to run away. You's getting in a whole heap of trouble doing something like that. I told them, this is how I'm going to come to work. I'm going to talk like that. I'm going to dress down. I'm going to talk like that. I'm going to act like that. And when I get my name tag, y'all are going to address me as nigger because I'm going to act accordingly. You know what they said to me? Ty, we cannot do that. Why? If I want to be called that, why can't you guys do that? Because Ty, you know that you're acting. Oh, really? Oh, I'm acting? I'm acting like what? Oh, y'all should have seen their face. I said, what do you mean I'm acting? If I'm acting, what am I acting like? Won't y'all tell me what I'm acting like? No, 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 no. No. Since y'all did, tell me what I'm acting like. Y'all, this is me talking to the administration. Christian Northeast. I said, tell me how I'm acting. I'm gonna go down to the road, clicking my heels, oh yeah. And then I'm gonna tell massa I got me found me some squeals, oh yeah. I'm gonna fry some squirrel up, and I'm gonna eat them and tear them up. Oh yes, I'm going. Yeah. See what I'm saying? I said, tell me what I'm acting like, guys. Well, no. Be real. Why would you make that statement and say, Ty, you're acting? And when I ask you, what am I acting like? It's two complexities to that. You don't want to tell me that I'm acting like a nigger. That's what you're saying. Oh, is that how niggers act, by the way? And not only that, the fact that I'm using the word act, you're saying I'm acting. Who are you to tell me that I'm acting? This is who I choose to be. You can't tell me that this is how I'm not talk like this. You can't say says that to me. It hurts me now. It hurts me for you to do things like this. Who's you to tell me that I's acting? Then they go, no, like the old movies like Roots and everything. I said, oh wait, so you talking about the movie Roots? You mean where people were slaves? You talking about Reading Rainbow? Where black? You talking about the movie Roots, written by Alex Haley? You're talking about slaves. So I'm talking like a slave, which were referred to as what? Niggers. So that's what I'm saying. I want y'all to start calling. But Ty, we're not going to do that because you're not what? I'm not one. So y'all are okay with me calling this biological man a woman and calling this man Jasmine, although his application, which I obtained, does not say Jasmine. Y'all have a problem with me wanting y'all to call me nigger and me's acting like this, but y'all have no problem with this man acting like a woman. Make it make sense. You know what they said? Well, I tell you what, when you come here, just, whenever I tell y'all what, number one, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't call really anybody by their first name a lot of times anyway. Whenever I go and have to do my things, guys, when I travel, when I see someone, I make eye contact. I go, excuse me. Do you know? Y'all, if y'all think about it, a lot of us never really do that anyway. A lot of us never do that. And if you work in hospital settings, if I see a nurse or anybody like that, I look their name tag a little bit to see if it says RN or NP, doctor, whatever like that. If I see their name, I go, excuse me. And they'll look at me, I'm like, I'm looking for patient such and such that's supposed to be in such and such. Do you know if she went down to the XY? That's what I do. So my point is saying that I said, when I grab this application, his name is Jonathan. I'm going to call him Jonathan. There's like, well, if he gets his name, he's working on getting his name legally changed to Jasmine. And if he does that time, then what are you going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to find out what his last name is. I'm just going to call him by his last name. My last name is Smith. You know how many people that I know just comes up and be like, Smith, and I answer. So whatever Jonathan's last name is, I told him I will call him Jonathan. I will call him Jonathan by his last name. If his name is Coops, I will go, hey, Coops. No, he don't want to be called. I don't care. I'm going to call him by his last name. Plain and simple. So now, look at that. That was just one incident, people. What I just told you guys was one incident. Now imagine we have a party that tried to push these things onto us. We have a party that tried to push these things and make us want to try to have us call these people something that they're not and bind to them. They literally were getting ready to be pissed off at me for not buying into someone's delusion. What's interesting is a lot of times, let's just say after we get done finishing doing like a hip replacement or something like that, a lot of times we give people we give them a nerve block afterwards. Or sometimes people are on powerful medications, opioids. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. That a lot of times it causes these patients to have hallucinations. So sometimes let's just say when you get done with a surgery or something like that, go up there, we check on the patient. When we go to check on them, they are hallucinating, and it lets us know, well, it's not time yet. So like, I'll give you the guys an example. One time I went to go see a patient post-surgery, right? And she was like, they're up there all on the windows. They're up on the windows. Yeah, there they go. You don't see them? I'm like, what? She's like, the flying, the flying creatures. I'm like, where are they at? They're right there. There's one behind you. Now, what sense would it make for me to go, yes, they sure are. I see them. Would you like to? We don't do that. It's like sabotaging the patient when you do things like that. Matter of fact, we're not even allowed to do stuff like that. We can get in deep trouble like that. If a patient is really hallucinating because of the meds that they're on, and we go in there, we do that, that actually is wrong for us to do something like that. We are sabotaging the patient. We are humiliating them, and it's wrong. Now, how come when it comes to these patients having these delusions and hallucinations, and if I actually buy into those things, that's considered to make fun of them. But if you have some people out there who are men thinking that they're women, it's okay for me to buy into that delusion? You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. This is what this party is doing right now. And yet he's supposed to go out and lecture and talk to some men. This is what Tim Walz is supposed to do. He's supposed to go out and lecture and talk to some men. Absolutely 100% not. Right now, the times that we're living in, look at someone say exactly, I concur. Are you in medicine? Because you're using some language that I'm No. So that's what I'm saying, like, ladies and gentlemen. And I wish, guys, I'm trying to find, I really am trying to figure out a way to see how I can acknowledge some of you guys that gave this, super chat, and I can't get to them now, but I do notice it, and I don't want to mix them because I know you guys. Hold on, that's your hard-earned money, and I want to shout y'all out for giving the super chat, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it, man. Guys, I know some of you guys give a super chat. I'm so sorry. I'm on the phone right now. I wish I can do it, but for some reason, I can't see them. And I don't know how to do it on YouTube yet, so forgive me for that. Man, I'm so sorry about this because I really do want to shout you guys out. But anyway, my point is saying that, ladies and gentlemen, is what's going to be the detriment and what's going to be the huge downfall of all this is that nature is not going to lie. Biology is not going to lie. Biology is not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen, and these young people are going to have to deal with the realities. Notice I said the realities. These young people are going to have to deal with the realities and the reality of the delusions that they've been fed. And once they have to face them, I'm telling you guys, some of the young people that I even work with right now well, let's just say they were gay, they bought into the delusion, they bought into the deception. And when they came to the truth of it, you know how much work has to go into completely dismantling the stuff that they fed into. This is the reason why they are so quick on giving kids phones. My sons did not have a cell phone until they were old enough to get jobs, buy, and get their own cell phones. My sons didn't have computers. I was not about to let this stuff infiltrate my home, my son's mind. Not at all. My sons are not, they don't accept this nonsense. They're just like their dad when it comes to things like this. Why? Because it's the truth. It's reality. It's hurting these young people in the end. You got this party who's supposed to appeal. She wants Tim Walz to go out and try to woo men and woo black men. Yet at the same time, they're all for gender reassignments for children who haven't even went through puberty yet. We all seen, and the science says this, and it's based off, and I mean, statistically and on average, most men and women fully mature on a mental level with the brain wise at the age of 25. Now, there can be some outliers in there. It depends on what you went through in life. I matured very early because of life situations, right? But on average, most men and women, they say they mature when they reach the age of 25. So the reason why I'm saying is that a lot of people are going to make a whole lot of irrational decisions. A lot of us have been through things in life. When we look back on it, we'll say, man, how crazy was I to even think that? How crazy was I to even say that? I can't believe I thought that way. I can't believe I said that. Well, thank God I came to the reality of the matter, and I know the truth now, and that truth helped change me. These young people are not even given a chance, y'all. Do you even understand the ramifications of having your natural biological sexual organ removed or cut off? You are never going to get that back unless they what actually can do penile transplants, whatever like that. But ladies, in you guys' case, ladies, I don't know if they can do vagina transplants. I mean, once they do that, I'm talking about after they had the gender reaffirming gender reassignments done to women. I just don't know. I haven't even looked into it yet. It may be, it may not be, but I do know that a man, nope, I take that back. When men get this full surgery done to where they get a fake vajayjay, it ain't even a vagina. It's just a gaping wound. It's just a wound. W-O-U-N-D. It's a wound. I don't think they can reverse that. I don't know how the nerves and things that got cut away, the blood vessels and everything, then the spongial, like I don't know how they're gonna. I don't think they can reverse that. But no matter what, though, when you do something like that, it's permanent. They don't tell guys. I'm telling y'all, when I did my rotation, and I had to do men and women's health, that was some of the most frightening, scary looking stuff. See, I keep it real with people. If you are a man and you get with a man that has a fake vagina, you are sticking your penis in a wound. You're putting your penis in what can be the equivalent of an ulcer. It's an orifice. That's what you're putting your penis in. It's not real. It's not a vagina. It is a wound. And the reason why we know it is a wound, because the body, I told y'all, nature does not lie. The body does something naturally. It doesn't need your help to do it. It doesn't need your help to do it. What am I talking about? Healing. When you cut yourself, your body doesn't need your permission to heal. Your body's going to do what's natural. Your body will do what's natural. It's going to naturally heal. Why? In the word natural, you find the word nature. Nature knows what to do. It doesn't need your permission. It doesn't need your help. It's going to do what it does. So why is it that when you go into these people's delusion and these doctors, which y'all claim to, man, we got to take y'all know we have to take a Hippocratic oath to do no harm, right? So then here you are doing these gender reassignments to these men, knowing physiologically that is a wound, because if you left it alone after you've done that surgery to those men, it heals. So you know what they do, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know if y'all know this. They have to put stainless steel type probes up this wound. It's nothing more than a pierced ear, like down there. Y'all know those people that got those big gauges in their ear? They start off with a small gauge and they go bigger and bigger and bigger to where you see these big old loops. A lot of African tribes do things like that too. They do it with their lip too. That's what you're doing to this hole down there. You're just putting a glorified stainless steel dildo up yourself to keep the wound from closing. But they don't tell you all the crazy stuff that happens with it. You still end up getting hair bumps. They get pimples down there. It becomes infected. It's very painful. They don't tell you guys this. They don't even show you this. Why? Because all they want to glorify is getting it done. Getting it done. That's why you don't see any of these trans women who had the gender reaffirming surgery done. You don't see none of them on YouTube talking about how happy they are, do you? You don't see them on here talking about how great it is, do you? You don't see them on here talking about how wonderful it is, do you? YouTube is suppressing the ones who are trying to come out and speak against it, saying, don't get this done. But Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, this is the party that pushes this. This is the party that is doing this to illegals that are coming in right now. They're doing it for free. Free gender reassignment. Ladies and gentlemen, ultimately, I'm telling you right now, and I'm going to keep on telling y'all until I can't tell you no more. Anything and anyone who is trying to encourage anybody or anyone to get these things done to themselves, knowing ultimately the end game is death. It's going to be death to your emotions. It's going to be death to the tissues and organs you once had. It's going to be death to your mentality. It's going to be death to your spirit. And in the end, ultimately, it's all about death because you won't be able to procreate anymore, which means there could have been life, but now there's death. These people are working with evil entities that hate you, that hate me, because you and I are made in the image of God, and these entities cannot stand you. And what we have are evil men and evil women who are willing to sell their soul to carry out that work to make sure that a lot of you are going to be facing death. Again, I'm not just talking about physical death. It will ultimately lead to that because they don't tell you that these people that get these gender reaffirming surgeries and stuff done, they have to remain on hormone pills for the rest of their life to keep their balance in check. They have to remain on taking antibiotics, which they can end up changing because guess what? These infections can end up building up a resistance to these antibiotics, and then they got to take a different antibiotic to see if it's going to get rid of that infection that has a resistance to that antibiotic. This is what they do, ladies and gentlemen. This is what they don't tell you. They don't show you the long term. They don't show you the prognosis of all this. All they show you is the glory and, oh, it looks so great. I'm getting this done. I'm finally going to be, you will never be a woman. I'm keeping it real with y'all. A man will never know what it's like to have vaginal walls with nerve endings down there that can feel another man during intercourse. A woman who gets her vagina taken out, who gets a fake prosthetic type penis, you will never know what it's like to penetrate a woman and feel a woman's walls with him. I'm just keeping it real. We keeping it real. You will never know that. You will never know that. You can fake it all day long. You will never, ever, ever know that. Women, you will never know what it's like for a man to have the big O. Men, you will never know what it feels like to a woman when a woman is having a big O. Those are, we can't because we're not women. Women, you can't because you're not a man. You can't. This is what they don't tell you guys. One of the best things in life that God gave us to be able to experience with a man being with a woman, coming together like that, no pun intended. You will never be, do you understand how great that is? And these young kids who don't even have the mental capacity to make up their own minds yet, you are cheating them out of that experience. And to me, that right there that is jail worthy. That's prison worthy. You are taking away young men and young women's ability to know what it's like to have a sexual experience, a real one, with the opposite sex. You are taking that away from them. And they have no idea what they're missing. That is so crazy to me. Can you imagine? Like, I got some, like, okay, I'll tell you guys this. I got some patients that they were warned about what smoking can do. They were warned about what smoking can do. And yet some of them did it anyway. Now you got some of these patients, cancer that sat there and rolled at their mouth. They got mouth cancer, throat cancer. They can't even taste their food anymore. So you know what they say? What's the point? What's the point of getting a cheeseburger, Ty? I can't taste it. No matter how much salt they put on it, they can't taste it. Taste buds are shot. Taste buds are gone. So they say, what's the point of even picking food to eat? I might as well just eat anything. I cannot taste anything. I can't even imagine not being able to taste food. What's the point? That's what I'm saying. That's eating. That's been taken. The pleasure of being able to taste food has been stripped from these people. And now here you are going and doing these assignments to these young folks. They will never be able to experience that pleasure. That's crazy to me. So anyway, again, who are the ones that's pushing for these people to have this done? Who are the ones that's pushing for this to be done? It's the left. It's completely them. So again, what good is it going to be for Tim Walz to go and try to woo men into voting for Kamala Harris? What good? What are you talking about? I was a coach. I fought. I shot my gun. Lied about all of that. So here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the thing. First of all, let me just say this. Men, thank you guys very much. Thank you guys very much. Men, they are scared. They are panicking. My brothers, I'm talking about black men. Thank you guys. I told you guys that no matter, I told y'all since that video of me going viral and that CRT stuff, I told y'all I wasn't going to stop. My energy has not depleted. I'm traveling all over the US, going and giving these speeches. I'm talking to you guys. I'm calling you guys, emailing you guys. I'm staying in touch with you guys. I told y'all that all we have to do is keep on doing what we're doing. And whether we have a room full of 100 people and only 10 hear it, thank God. But look at the movement that it caused. Look what it caused. And now you can tell based off of their actions, they're having problems. They're sending Barack Obama out to try to coerce young black men and black men to vote for Kamala Harris. And if we don't, we can be accused of being misogynistic. We can be accused of being sexist. They know that they're not doing too good. And now you want Tim Walz to go out and try to target men too? Why? Because men aren't turning up for Kamala Harris. They're not turning up for Kamala Harris. Now, you don't see Trump. I'm just keeping it real. You don't see Trump going around. I need to target black men. Black men, I need to target black men. All black people love me, they do. But we need more. I need to get some black men to go out and talk to the black people. I don't have a black Obama. You don't see Trump doing any of that, do you? Do you see Trump trying to get black men to go target black people? Do you see Trump saying I need J.D. Vance to go talk to men or black men at all? No. Want to know why? Because Trump's message is for all Americans across the board. Notice I said all Americans. The reason why I said all Americans, because under Americans fall male, female, black, white, trans, bi, tri, LGBTQ, cis, bis, they, all of you fall under Americans. And he wants what's the best for all Americans. He don't have to sit there and try to target a specific demographic, because the demographics is not what Trump cares about. Trump cares about everyone. And you can say this all along. Well, if he cared about this, why did he blah, blah, blah? You're going to make up all this stuff. I can't believe some of y'all that try to talk to me today. I'm just keeping it real because y'all are in this chat right now. You black men that came up to me today, and I know y'all had some beef with me. I can just tell based off when I started talking. I can just tell by how y'all just sitting back there. And then when y'all finally got to talk to me, I was trying to figure out where that energy went. Y'all said, man, I don't understand, brother. How can you sit up there and vote for a man that insult you? I said, what did Trump do to insult me? They couldn't name it. Come on, man. He get up there and he say all kind of crazy. Like what? Tell me specifically what Trump said. Anytime that Trump went and he spoke. Anytime Trump went and he spoke, tell me where Trump specifically said anything directly at black people to the extent to where you were insulted by it. Now, there's a difference between him saying, like when people say, oh, Ty, when he got up there and he's talked to the black community, he said, what the hell do you have to lose? How is that talking bad about black people? Oh, Ty, one dude said, oh, when he said y'all neighborhoods are crap, y'all schools are crap, y'all. Yes, they are. He shouldn't have said that. He had to say it like that. What? Okay, so I always go back to the daddy role. I always go back to my daddy role, ladies and gentlemen. I say, when my sons were growing up, and I was the type of parent for one, until my sons became like preteen and teenagers, there was no doors in their room. Nobody doing nothing in that room. What you need your privacy for? There ain't no privacy, boy. So anyway, once my sons got to be in preteen and teens, when I would go in their room and I look around, I said, your room is filthy. What you doing right now? All daddy, just let me do this. Pause that game. Clean this room up right now. Your room is filthy. Now, is that an insult? Is that an insult? Me telling my son room, boy, your room is filthy and it stinks. Do you got like some dirty drawers around there, bro? I smell musty balls. Dude, clean your room. No, pause it. Clean that room right now. God dang. Now, Ty, you insulted your son. No, I insulted that room. I didn't say to my son, you are disgusting, you are nasty, you are a filthy young man. No, I said your room is filthy. Your room stinks. This room smells like musty balls. You need to clean this room. And when you get done, you need to put some carpet freshener down. Vacuum. Boy, how did your mama let your room go this long? This is the reason why I told y'all had y'all doors open. Because if I walk past your door and I got a whiff of your room, I would have told you to clean. Now y'all got your doors on your room. We don't get to smell none of that funk coming out of there. Clean this room right now. And every single day, I'm going to come in here for the next 3 months. And boy, get up in the morning, just straighten your bed. It don't take long to do it. Get this stuff off the floor. Preteen, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here I am telling my sons to clean up their room because of how terrible it looks, how terrible it smelled. They did it. So in the midst of me doing that, look what I did. I caused them to take care of a problem in their environment. Y'all follow me? I caused them to take care of the issue that was in their environment. They fixed it. Okay? You follow me? Now, in the midst of doing all that, look what skills they gained. Self-sufficient, freaking hygiene, the whole nine. Look what they gained. Now, my oldest son, like I mentioned to you guys earlier, he's on his own. I'm a co-signer to his apartment, which means I have a key. Yeah, I show up, knock, knock, knock. Are you dressed? Yeah, I open the door, I go right on in. I'm like, look at you, boy. Yeah, look at your apartment looking nice, smelling good all up in here. What is that? What kind of candle is that you got in there? I like that. Oh yeah, Dad, this is such and such and such and such. Now, preteen, after that, I never had to tell my sons to clean their room and making sure, matter of fact, they know how to wash their own clothes and all that, right? Now they know how to they're self-sufficient. They know how to sustain this. What am I saying that for? That's the same exact thing Trump said to blacks. Your neighborhoods are crap. Your schools are crap. Y'all crime rate is out of this world. We need to fix it. Oh, look at that. He called our school. He did that. Oh, shut up. And yet at the same time, when black people complain about it, I get confused. Man, look at our schools. Our schools are ran down. Our neighborhoods are ran down. We still got, look, I got lead paint on my window. Look, there's lead paint on the walls, man. Our windows ain't even updated. There's not even energy efficient, man. Look at our neighborhoods, man. Look. But then when Trump say, look at your neighborhoods, look at your school, all of a sudden that's racist. All of a sudden that's wrong. All of a sudden that, look how bad he talking about black people. And it should scare you that the mentality of a lot of black people are even like that when it comes to things like that. Who taught a lot of black folks to sit there and do that? Who taught black folks to say that and do that? Now, I like this comment in here when this person just said terrible acting. I'm glad you caught that because that's what all these Negroes are doing in the hood. They just acting. That's not real. They've been taught to be like that. They've been taught to act like that. It's not real. Do me a favor, my moderators. Let me see some of these messages before we hide them, because I want to see what people are saying. So do that as a favor for me. So if I got my moderators in there, let me see some of the messages. Appreciate it, Nan. No. My moderators are doing exactly what I want them to do. If you in here and you're throwing names and stuff, they're doing exactly what I want them to do. But I just want to see some of them because I don't know if some of y'all are being sarcastic with it or if some of you are like in here really trolling. So no, that's the thing, folks, is that a lot of these problems can be taken care of. Now, one of the guys say Trump is Jeremiah do. You're a child. You see the Jeremiah do in there? Yeah, you can time him out. Hey, appreciate it. We got my guy Uncle Tom is in the house right here. Uncle Tom is in the house. Uncle Tom, if I was at home, Uncle Tom, I would bring you up, man. Y'all see Uncle Tom in here? Uncle Tom, I would recommend you guys. There's 1,020 people in here, y'all. It would be a huge favor If there's 1,020 people in here right now, there's a guy in here right now. You guys can see him. None, I don't know if you have the ability yet to pin him. I'll try to pin him. But Uncle Tom, if you guys will go over to his channel right now, go subscribe to Uncle Tom. Got a good channel over there. He's building his channel right now. I like his view on things. Very funny. Go check him out. He does a lot of talk. He goes live way more than I do. So again, I would be very appreciative. I mean, it's 1,000 people in here right now. I know that all people that are in here right now, all of y'all are not subscribers to my channel. I know that for a fact. I know a lot of y'all are trolls. I know YouTube have their AI and their what do you call them? Y'all, they have the paid trolls in here and everything like that to derail the conversation. But I really would appreciate it if most of you guys that are in here right now go check out Uncle Tom's channel. It's called The Porch Session. Right, Uncle Tom? You in here? There it is. I'm a pin. Let me see. I think I know how to do this, Uncle Tom. Let me do it real quick. Okay. It says that the message is pinned. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I would appreciate it if y'all just took time right now. If you just bring up another tab, go over to his channel called The Porch Session, DA Porch Session. Go check him out. Go subscribe to him. He goes live a lot, talk about interesting conversations. That would allow you guys, he'll bring you up on the panel where you guys can chime in and talk. When you get over there, if y'all do go and subscribe to him, if you go to one of his videos and you comment there, just go in there and say, hey, MRM sent me over here. So I appreciate it if y'all would do that. This is what a lot of people don't do, ladies and gentlemen. If I see people in here that I was like on panels with, whether I agree with them or disagree with them or anything like that, I like to shout them out because too many platforms, we don't do that enough. We don't. A lot of YouTube people, they got a lot of large numbers. I noticed that we don't do that enough. We don't try to bring everybody else in there. You know, go over there and support other people's channels. Go over there and check them out. Nobody needs to be in the mindset where you're the man or you got a bigger channel, so therefore I'm the person. No, that's what building is about. It's about, hey guys, look, he got a different perspective than I do. The dude worked for NASA. He knows some things that I don't know. Give me a second here. But go do that for me. My wife's trying to get a hold of me and I'm ignoring her right now. She out with her sister now. I ain't trying to talk to her. I'm taking care of business right here. So we got Johnny Driscoll who said, I just subscribed a few minutes ago. I enjoy hearing the man defending and caring and protecting humanity. Joni, I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Miss Yumi 14 says she just subscribed. K-Jax just subscribed. Mary Perry just subscribed. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Elisa did. Lottie did. I really do appreciate that, guys. I really do appreciate you guys going over there and subscribing to him. Seriously, I really do. And then you're going to find out that he has a channel associated with him. I think it's called Kai's Design. His wife, she designs like, what y'all call them, tumblers, like those. Look, those Stanley Cup things. She designed things like that. So I'm just letting y'all know. Anyway, the reason why I say that, ladies and gentlemen, is because it is. We don't see enough platforms on YouTube. I mean, I met Uncle Tom through some panels. Who would have known? I met him. I met Angry Man. I met Anton Daniels, Aaron O, Nightish, Beans Podcast. There's a lot of guys that I met, and whenever they happen to be on in my feed or something like that, I like to shout them out and have people go subscribe to them because you guys get to get different perspectives, not just mine. If y'all think that I'm raw with some stuff, trust me, you're gonna go over there. Y'all gonna be surprised, because they go at it in a lot of these things. And I like the way that Uncle Tom do speak his mind, and he will get at you and don't care about your feelings. And in the process, he will cuss you out in a good way, though, in a sarcastic good way. Y'all just have to go and check it out. Don't take my word for it. Heather said, "Are you for Trump? I'm for truth and righteousness. And whoever lines up with truth and righteousness is who I'm going to be for." So let's just say years from now, 30 years from now, if the Democratic Party seems to be way more conservative, way more truthful, way more righteousness, way more America first, it's a good chance I might be doing that. Who knows? We don't know, which I highly doubt it, but I'm just giving you an analogy. So no, I'm for whoever is about truth and righteousness, America first, Americans first. That's what I'm for, plain and simple. Yep. So as of right now, the person I will be voting for is President Donald Trump. That's who I'm going to be voting for. And if anybody got a problem with it, like Mike Tyson said, so what? What you gonna do about it? So what? What you gonna do about it? I vote for whoever I want to vote for. What you gonna do about it? January 6th. Yeah, what about January the 6th? Everybody's telling me that you guys all went over to Uncle Tom and subscribed. I really do appreciate that. I really do. Day Walker just subscribed to Uncle Tom's channel, The Porch Session. Like I said, it's pinned. Greg said he tried to usurp power. Are you serious right now? There is no way. Greg, let me tell you something. To all my fellow patriots, I want you guys to go over to the White. I want you guys to go on Capitol Hill. Let your voices be heard peacefully. Back the boys in blue. Let them know how appreciative you are. We are the party of law and order. How in the world do you take that and interpret that for Trump saying, go and storm the Capitol? How do you take that and that's what Trump meant to storm the Capitol? There is no way. He did nothing to stop the violence. What you want him to go and do? Everyone stop. And actually, he did make a video telling people to stop and go home. Now what you gonna say? What you gonna say now? I'll raise you another one. You tell me what the Democrats did whenever the Summer of Love happened. You talk. How many people died on January 6th besides Ashley Babbitt, who was shot by police, state capitol? Who died? Now you tell me after George Floyd was killed by fentanyl, gotcha. You tell me how many people died during the George Floyd riots. You tell me, and not only that, how many of them were black, if not all of them? And I'll raise you another one, sir, Greg. And okay, you said nice redirection. Well, I'm going to direct it back to the Capitol. So when Trump told them to peacefully protest, let their voices be heard, and back the boys in blue, was he talking to the FBI too? Because you do know the FBI was there, right? You do know the feds were there. You do know that they are actually having hearings right now, and that people are speaking to the FBI directors, and the FBI director saying, I can't give you the number of how many feds were there yet because it's not conclusive yet. So what? Trump got some rogue FBI agents there too? Huh? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, so you picked the wrong one, Greg. It's not going to work, sir. It's not going to work. Nice try. But Kamala Harris didn't pay for these people to get out of jail when they were burning up our neighborhoods, when they were tearing up our black mom and pop stores that have been there for 20, 30 years. Huh? Kamala Harris was paying for those. Y'all thought Antifa was fake. I raised you another one. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter, right? Black Lives Matter coerced black people to tear up black people neighborhoods, black people stores, black people communities, but Black Lives Matter. Did Trump do that? That's amazing to me. Tell me what was broken and tore up during this insurrection. If that was an insurrection, let me tell you, that was one of the weakest, lamest, girl-fied, jellyback type insurrections I ever seen in my life. You call that an insurrection? Oh, they went in, a trash can got knocked over. Did you not see the videos, Greg? Don't sit there and play like you didn't. Go back and watch it. Do you know that they held thousands of hours of videos away from us? Why would they do that? The Capitol was stormed, bro. Now look, I told you, I'm very reasonable when it comes to things like this. Anybody that broke the windows, tore stuff up on the outside of windows, yeah, idiots for doing that. But let's not sit and act stupid like they weren't let in. A lot of them were let in, and the video footage proves it. And you're telling me our eyes deceive us? When we seen the video, and okay, when you said storm the Capitol, okay, if they stormed the Capitol and the ultimate goal was to get inside the Capitol, what happened when they got inside? Hmm? Where you at, Greg? They look for Pence. Where Pence at? We looking for Pence. Are you serious right now? Did you not see the videos? You did. There's no way you saw the videos. When they got inside the Capitol, ladies and gentlemen, if you were in here and you watched any of the videos from the Capitol, when they got inside the Capitol, did any of y'all guys see any videos of this storming crowd looking for Mike Pence? Did they go and kick doors in? Did they go and did they go and take one of the velvet rope poles and use it as a battering ram to try to tear doors down? Did they do any of that? They were looking for Mike Pence. Where he at? We looking for, stop. They got inside and started walking around. Oh, this is nice. This is, oh, wow. Is that George Washington? Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, wow. But then, talk about this. A Black Lives Matter activist was seen in the Capitol with a MAGA hat and everything on, trying to encourage those people inside to light the trash and stuff on fire. He's now facing charges. They just zoomed over that story right there. Did you know that? Did you know that? Not one Trump supporter, a real Trump supporter that was inside the Capitol, a lot of them led into the Capitol, which you don't know this either. Maybe you do, Greg, but did you know? Did you know, Greg? Did you know, Greg, that a great number of people got off and they sued out of court because they tried to put them in jail and it was like, we were led in there. And the courts concluded that they were indeed invited in and let in by the staff, and they got off, and then they actually ended up having a settlement out of court. Now, I like what you said right there. You said your actions and movement match your leader. So tell me about all those people that was caught up in pedophilia and child pornography that worked for the Biden administration. Oh, what about that thing that's bald head with a mustache that was caught stealing? That matches his leader, huh? Huh? What about all these kids that's being trafficked right now? That matches this leader right now. I'm glad you said that, huh? Huh? What about them letting all this fentanyl in that's killing Americans more than anything now at an astronomical rate? Actions of the leader. Huh? What about people right now who are in denial that Joe Biden obviously have some type of mental dementia going on, huh? Yeah, It's not going to work. You picked the wrong one, Greg. It's not going to work. Trump has one of the biggest coalitions of child sex trafficking teams that was formulated that the news never talked about. He specifically formulated this team of police, special forces like type people to specifically target child sex trafficking rings. He did so well with it. They were doing so good. Florida brings it up all the time. They were doing so well with it that Biden had to open up those gates to compensate for the ones that were rescued. Follow your leader, huh? Only doing what your leader did, huh? So, Greg, are you telling me you into child sex trafficking? Is that what you're trying to tell us? Are you following your leader? Greg, just stop it. We all know there was a bunch of BS. We all know that this so-called insurrection only became a word because they repeatedly said it over the news. They repeatedly said it. And again, I completely am with anybody. If there were any grown men down there breaking windows, tearing stuff up, all out of euphoria and emotions and things like that, that was a stupid decision to do right there. But again, once they got inside, you can see the video footage. You don't see anyone in there that went in there and kicked doors in and drug out anybody that was working in the Capitol. They didn't drag the police or anything out or nothing like that. You say, they try to say, well, police died. No, he did not. That's a big, huge lie. This police died days later from a heart issue he had, from comorbidities that he already had. The people didn't do that. It's okay. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, to me, it just proves that y'all listen. I'm not saying this to be condescending or anything like that, but this just proves to me that a lot of you are easily deceived by media. That's what I love about this thing that Charlie Chaplin did. I don't know how many years ago, but when he has that little take in there where he said, "Don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your life, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these machine men with machine mind and machine hearts. You are not machines. You are not cattle. You are men. You have the love of humanity in your heart. You don't hate. Only the unloved hate. The unloved, the unnatural." Woo! Those words ring so true. You got one side saying, "I want to put you guys first. What do you guys want to do?" When Trump said, "What the hell do you have to lose?" Trump literally was saying to the black community, "What do y'all want to do?" And what happened, boy, they got pissed off. Let me tell you what, I can tell you one, people look over this more. I can tell you one of the biggest reasons why they really came at Trump so hard too, is that Trump's second term, he was getting ready to release something called the Platinum Plan. Ooh, Jesus Christ, $500 billion. You heard that? $500 billion he was getting ready to have called the Platinum Plan. He was going to have major leaders in the black community oversee a lot of these funds that was going to be better for black communities, black churches, to help start up black-owned stores, black-owned. He was trying to help create another Black Wall Street for black people. Larry Elder was going to be over it. He had Ice Cube involved. He had a lot of people that was going to be involved in this Platinum Plan. And boy, once he said he was going to do that, you talk about all hell breaking loose. Woo! Woo! I know that pissed off the Democrats. No, we can't have black folks getting no. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. If Trump was getting ready to do that, and they came at him super hard, and you go and look and find out I don't care, listen to me, y'all. I don't care if it's a Republican. I don't care if it's a Democrat. If you find out anybody that's in the political world, Democrat or Republican, that highly went against that proposal that Donald Trump was going to release as his Platinum Plan, you will know exactly who really wants you to thrive and not. You will know who really was for y'all getting y'all reparations. $500 billion. He was going to have that as a Platinum Plan. But guess where that money went? Ukraine, Taiwan, Israel, housing the illegals right now, housing the asylum seekers, housing the undocumented migrants. Brian Guy, I do have a podcast. You seeing me live right now. Typically, if you go to my channel right now, you will see that I actually do have a podcast on there right now. Make sure you guys hit the like button. If you are in here right now and you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And I'm telling y'all right now, to let you know how this channel is heavily suppressed, I guarantee you, if you subscribe to my channel, give it a couple days, about a week. Watch, you're going to find yourself being unsubscribed to my channel mysteriously. No, I wasn't on ABL, Jamie. That's my guy. ABL, that's my guy. Again, I can't see some of these messages. Oh, thank you, Nan. Gary Prompt, yeah, nice try. You trolling. Peace. Peace. I don't know how to say that. You said subscriber, but you haven't seen me come up. I know, because YouTube, I know it. YouTube suppresses it. Jamie said, Ty, do you think Biden will eventually endorse Trump? Nah. He's not going to endorse Trump. He don't even know what endorse means. But I can tell you what, You can tell based off a lot of the actions, they're not happy with how things are right now. Appreciate you, Aaron, for subbing. Any of you guys here that subscribe to the channel, I really appreciate y'all doing it. I really do. Now, this is what I don't get either. So, how is it that a lot of you that are in here right now that y'all seem to be pretty anti-Trump, which I mean, that's your prerogative. I really don't care. But how can you justify President Biden? Lottie Martin said, how do we discuss the topics with people nowadays? People get angry if I don't agree with them. Oh, well. Appreciate that, Jamie, for letting me know that. I appreciate that, Jamie. I mean, Christine said been a subscriber for 6 months. Appreciate that. No, I mean, if that's so funny to me. Y'all just throw things out there. Don't just look. This what I like. Anybody would tell you I'm a person that I like having a conversation with people. Okay, but just throwing phrases out there, that's not going to work for me. You can't say, how can you be pro-Trump? That substantiate your argument. Don't just go out there and say, how can you be pro-Trump? You should say, how can you be pro-Trump when yada yada peanut butter? Give me a second here. I'll be right back. Had to go unlock a door. B Doon 5G with the $10 super chat. I really appreciate that. God bless you for that. Did you know? Oh Lord, holographic. There's no way you got. Look, you know what? Then again, I don't know holographic. I'm gonna go ahead and address this. Okay, holographic said, "Did you know Trump's Project 2025?" Stop you right there. There is no Trump Project 2025. So, okay, so Heather, I think whoever asked that question earlier, like how do you talk or debate with certain people? See, when something is already on the basis of a lie, I don't address it really. So, like right here, holographic toppery says, "Did you know Trump's Project 2025 is going to raise the age of retirement, take away Social Security from the elderly?" There is no such thing as Trump's Project 2025, so that's a lie. There's no need for us to talk about it. Now, if you try to argue that point, you're going to have to prove that point and show me how Trump has a Project 2025. I'll wait, and I'll tell you right now, you might as well stop because there is no such thing as Project 2025 by President Trump. That's it. That's like me saying, did you know Christopher Columbus wrote the Bible? What you going to say? If I say it right now, did you know Christopher Columbus wrote the Bible? What would you do? Bro, what are you talking about? The Bible was written before Christopher Columbus was even born, way before he was born. That's what you would do. I'm not going to argue with somebody that thinks that Christopher Columbus wrote the Bible. This literally is what I'm saying. This Project 2025 has nothing to do with President Trump. He didn't write it or anything. Therefore, why would I argue that? It's for you to try to prove to me that President Trump wrote it. And once you go down that road of truth, you're going to have to come back and tell everybody that you were wrong. Anybody that you might holographic, anybody that you may have said that to, you would have to have the responsibility, and I would hope that you have the integrity and not be so prideful that you have to come back and say, I was wrong about that. Trump does not have anything to do with Project 2025. It was actually made up by da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's what you would have to do. But some of y'all don't have, y'all got too much pride. Y'all don't like to do things like that. You won't do anything like that. You got too much pride. Y'all hate being wrong. Again, it's just see, I don't want you to think that I'm calling any of you guys dumb or stupid. I don't want to be condescending in that matter, but this just lets me know that you guys have had done to you. Now, I'm not saying you particularly, I'm saying an individual. There are a lot of individuals out there that have had the indoctrination of mainstream media like in your brains to where y'all say things like that. It doesn't even make any sense to even say that when you don't even know it. Don't just repeat what somebody told you. Trump, look what they did. Trump said there's good people on both sides in Charlottesville. See, okay, did he? Yes, he did. Let me go find out. No. Don't go find out for yourself, Ty. He said, I got the video. Let me see the video. There's good people on both sides. No, wait. What did he say before that? Well, you don't need to know that. No. I need to know what did Trump say before all that. And what did he say after that? Don't worry about it. He said it. No, see, that's not me. That's deceitful acts, and those are deceitful practices that the mainstream media, and I don't care if it's the right or the left, don't play games like that. Don't just give me a little bit, give me context. I want to know what he said before. I want to know what he said after. But don't just give me no little clip and think I'm going to run with that. But that's what y'all do. A lot of y'all run with that. The news tells you that Trump has a Project 2025. Y'all didn't even go and look it up. Y'all just, Trump has a Project 2025, and he said he's gonna get rid of Social Security. What sense do it make? Oh, this one, okay. Now look, now you're projecting, Holographic. I don't know if somebody else said this to you. Holographic said, I'm not a sheep. I don't follow Trump or Biden. Stop being a sheep. I don't know if you're saying it to somebody, you're saying it to me, but I never called you a sheep at all. I literally said how I'm not being condescending. I said I'm not specifically talking to you. And I did say there are specific individuals out there that the media says this stuff and they just roll with it. They do. A lot of y'all do. And based off of how y'all react and based off some of y'all comments, I can tell that you do. Because you just can't sit there and say, okay, I'll raise you one. Holographic, you said Trump is going to get rid of Social Security, right? What sense would it make for Trump to get rid of Social Security when Trump, out of his mouth, don't believe me, Holographic, I want you to pull up another tab on your computer and pull this up. Go on YouTube and type in Trump states he is not going to tax Social Security. Now, wait a minute. You get to see Trump say that, and I want you to hear what Trump said before he said that, and I want you to hear what Trump said after that in regards to Social Security. Go and look it up what Trump saying out of his mouth, and it's not a hologram. It's President Trump saying he do not want to have taxes on Social Security. But then you telling me he wants to get rid of it. Come on now, stop. Uncle Tom just said, I would love for these people to debate this same topic. Come to a channel that would debate their BS. Holographic, do me a favor. I'm gonna pin this comment right here right here. Uncle Tom has a channel called The Porch Session. I just pinned his comment. Holographic, I want you to go over to Uncle Tom's channel. It's called The Porch Session. Go over to his channel, subscribe to his channel. I want you to come up on his panel and argue your points that you feel so strongly about. Don't be scared. Don't run. You don't have to even necessarily be on camera. You can come on there. It will just show a logo. We can hear your voice, and you can go on Uncle Tom's channel, on his panel, and argue your point. Don't just sit there and be a keyboard warrior and all this. Go over there and substantiate your argument, because a lot of y'all are cowards. I'm not saying you, Holographic, but a lot of people are complete cowards when it comes to actually coming up and arguing and debating in real time. A lot of y'all are straight cowards. Okay, Trump 2024 right here said, I challenge every leftist in here to go watch a full Trump rally from this week. Education is vital in these moments. Y'all look a fool. Appreciate all the comments coming in. Therese Von Baum said, you are so smart. I love how you are telling the truth, bro. Yeah, it's easy. And I really don't get how some people actually buy into some of this nonsense. I really don't understand. Look, here's the thing. I'll give you guys another example on when I said I learned a lot from being a father, right? When I said I learned a lot from being a father, Y'all said Trump says mean things. Trump be hurting people feeling. Trump is mean. Y'all know what? When people say that about Trump, I'm looking at my sons. I'm just smiling at them. I'm smiling at them. I'm looking like, y'all remember y'all used to say that about me? Daddy mean. He won't do it. I can't stand him. I hate Dad. He says so. He hurt my feelings. Dad, Daddy mean. As a father, because I knew that they did not understand what I was doing when I was raising them, I didn't care. And that's what makes a lot of y'all pissed off. Y'all, I'm telling you, you got to understand this. When I was raising my sons, making sure that I was leading and guiding them into righteousness and leading them on the right path, yes, I said things that hurt their feelings. Now, understand this. There's a difference between you hurting their feelings with your intentions on correcting them that's going to lead them down the right path versus you just hurting them for the sake of hurting them. You don't like that I hurt your feelings. When I said, boy, you're not going there, go shut up and go sit down. You're not doing it. It's not going to happen. You're not like when my sons wanted a cell phone. Dad, I want a cell phone. You're not getting a cell phone. But Dad, all my friends got, I don't care what your friends have. You are not getting a cell phone, so shut up talking to me about it. That's it. Stop. It's over. Don't say nothing to me about it again. They're going there. I'll hear them in there. My wife will come here and talk to me. I think you might have hurt their feelings. I don't care. And she'll just go, I'm like, I don't care. I don't care if I hurt his feelings because I said, shut up. You're not getting a cell phone. That's the end of this conversation. They don't understand. They're kids. Now, until they start to mature and they got older and they realize, oh man, I look back on it, Dad. Yeah, I don't know what I was. What was I, Dad? I was 9 years old and asking for a cell phone. And guess what happened? After what? About a week, they forgot about it and they went on with their lives. This is how a lot of y'all are with Trump. He said something to hurt our feelings. He said something. He called this person fat. Well, were they fat? Yeah. Okay. If you are a real father and a real parent, you know how many times you said stuff that your kids felt that their feelings got hurt on, but are they living now? Yeah. Are they right? Yeah. And guess what? They're going to end up doing the same exact thing when they get older. You're going to have to say things and do things that's going to hurt your children's feelings. Yeah, I said things that hurt my wife's feelings. Not like I'm understand what I'm saying. I'm not doing it with the intentions of hurting them to down them or degrade them. No. If my wife said, oh man, I want to go to X, Y, and Z. Oh no, we're not doing that. I am not going there again. I'm not going to eat at that steakhouse no more. I know, but I want to go there because you can go there. I'm not going. You hurt my feelings saying that. I mean, you didn't have to say it like that. But babe, I said it 1,000 times. I'm not going there to eat no more. That food, you might like those big old potato steak fries that they have, but I there's nothing there that I like, so I'm not going. You can go. Y'all get what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to tell people things and understand this. I told y'all, going through med school, you learn a lot. You learn a lot. When you so-called hurt a person's feelings, it gets them right here. You do know that there are over 40,000 neurons tied to the heart. The heart and the brain are very connected. The brain can't feel anything, but the heart can. Y'all didn't know that? You didn't know that the heart can feel things? Why is it that when somebody says something to offend you, or you feel yourself getting mad, or somebody says something to hurt your feelings, you feel it right here? You don't feel it in your hands and your fingers, do you? You feel it right here. The heart has those receptors right there. That's why when somebody says something to offend you or hurt you or something like that, you feel it right here. Right? Now, with me saying that, it opens you up. When your so-called feelings get hurt, you're in a state of vulnerability when your feelings get hurt. That's why people act rash. That's why people get out of there. They can just, because you're open now. But my point is, I recognize that. So if I say something to hurt your feelings, like my sons, when I hurt their feelings, and I said, you're not getting it, you don't understand, I'm not about to explain it to you because you would never understand. You don't even understand. Shut up. We're done talking about this. We'll address this when you are mature enough to understand it. They got older. You remember when you were 9 years old, son? And I want a cell phone. All my friends got one. Everybody got a phone. You remember when I said, boy, be quiet. You don't understand. I'm not getting no cell phone. Shut up. Going about your business. You remember how upset you was? Yeah. You got a job, don't you, son? Yeah. How much money you got saved up? Oh, Dad, I got about $2,000 saved up. Go on and buy you a cell phone. I'm like, yeah, son, go buy your cell phone. Oh, now you don't want to spend your money, huh, son? But I thought you really wanted it. All your friends got a cell phone, son. Go on and get that cell phone. I know you don't want the flip phone. Those only about $20. Go on and get that cell phone you was so crying about. Son, remember how you was like, Dad, all my friends got one. Remember how you went to your mom going, Dad won't let me get a phone. He said, remember how you went to your mom crying? Now you got the ability to go buy your own cell phone, son. Go ahead and buy it. Yeah, I don't want no cell phone now, Dad. That's my point. But your feelings were hurt when he said that. Did you die? No. Did you learn? Yes. Caleb said, please wear your red trumpet. I'm not at home right now. I actually was on a visit. Seth Ware says the wackiest stream ever. Hey, I appreciate that. I love it. Wacky it is. Let it be whack. That means it's good, right? In the world a lot of you live in, up is down, down is up. A man is a woman is a man. So when you say it's the wackiest stream, I guess that means it's really good then. So I appreciate that. Are your sons mixed? Are my sons mixed? No. Is that your way of asking me if my wife is white? Y'all are crazy for that. Neither one of my sons are mixed. And both of them are by the same black woman. But what is that question for, though? You know what? Yeah, he said I know he said he's the whack. I know a lot of trolls like to hang out. They don't have a lot to do. Tony Williams said the same, Dad. Yeah. I know you joking. I'm not one of those statistics. Again, make sure you guys hit that like button if you don't mind. If you're on the phone, double click it. It should give the video a thumbs up. So I appreciate that. We almost got 900 thumbs ups in here. Ty, are you friends with Terrence Williams? Yeah, I know who Terrence Williams is. I'm not his twin. I don't look like him. I don't care what y'all say. I'm about 6 feet taller than Terrence Williams. Terrence Williams is my little brother in age and also in height. So Terrence Williams is about 3'8", man. No, I'll probably end up collabing with him one day. Somebody said I'm very black. No, I'm not very black. I got a brother that's very black. I got a brother, he is very black. Like he black for real. He like this. Tina said I subscribed. I appreciate it. Tina, did you go and subscribe to Uncle to the porch session? Did you go and subscribe to the I got it pinned as a comment in here right now? Did you go and subscribe there? Love you back, Caleb. Like Caleb said, we love you. I'm Kamala Harris. Oh, I love you back. I love you back. Do you not know, man? Do you not know, man? How crazy it is for one to do such a thing like this. You know me I say. And you better thank the subscriber for subscribing to your channel. You better thank them for hitting that bell. I better thank you for hitting that thumbs up button right now. You better thank a union member. That is so, I mean, for the ones that are in here right now that are, I mean, look, it's y'all own thing. For the ones in here that actually are voting for Kamala Harris, imagine if Trump did what Kamala Harris did. You better thank a union member for a vacation. You better thank a union member. Imagine if Trump did that. Oh, I love you back. I love you back. Imagine if he did that. Y'all would be like, oh, he's culturally misappropriation. Oh, come on now. But yet at the same time, Kamala Harris doing it, and they up there accepting it. Woo! You hear how she said you better thank a union member? Did you hear what she said? You better, you. Y'all, I'm just saying, look, I look. Yeah, see, Nell Carter said Kamala 2024. Y'all, go right ahead. You can Kamala all you want to. Thanks for showing us the separation. I appreciate that. You can vote for Kamala all y'all want to. Tia, Miss Unconventional One said, MRM, don't forget to read your Cash App donations. You better thank your subscriber. Well, remember, I'm in the I'm streaming from my phone right now, so I can't even open it up at the same time. Otherwise, it'll end this stream. I don't know if anybody donated to Cash App yet. Thomas C said, Ty, I voted Biden in 2020. I'm voting in 2024. I'm seeing through all the BS. I'm 24. I enjoy watching your YouTube videos. Hey, Thomas C, shout out to you for doing that. You're like my son's age, and I'm glad that you said that, man. I'm glad that you are doing your research and looking into things and formulating your own ideas into who you want to vote for. Don't ever let anybody shame you for you making decisions on who you want to vote for based off of your own principles, based off of your own morals and values. Don't ever let anybody shame you for who you want to vote for. It's the reason why we have choices. So shout out to you for saying that. Why are you guys deleting people's comments? Because my moderators are instructed by me to do that. And the reason why is because sometimes when people say certain things, look, YouTube has the strangest policies. I'm not lying. YouTube has some of the strangest policies. If I'm streaming right now and somebody is commenting and is looked at through the AI as being bullying and harassing, if I let that continue to go on in my stream, YouTube will give me a community strike for encouraging and inciting, harassing, and bullying like type behavior. That's YouTube's policy. Don't believe me, go and read it. I can sit there and get a community strike for something that you guys are saying, and they think that I'm encouraging it because I'm not addressing it. So I'm all about free speech, but my moderators know what I like. They know what they're supposed to do. There's some comments in here that also gets deleted by the AI automatically. Some of you guys, if y'all sit up there and y'all post something and it don't even show, YouTube AI is doing that. They censoring things. I tried to comment look at this. I tried to comment myself on my own video, and YouTube did not let me comment on my own video. My own video. It's crazy. Mama Carol is in the house, who's a longtime supporter of the channel too. Mama Carol, I do get your email, sis, that you send me through Yahoo. I just want to let you know. I do get your emails. Are you voting for Trump? Yes, I am. Kenneth Moldraw asks, am I voting for Trump? Yes, I am. How about ban the offender from the live streamer if they get reported? Oh, wait, that wouldn't make sense. Exactly. I don't know. It's weird. It's really, really weird that they do that. P says 726 need to educate yourself or don't comment. Victoria, live in West Tennessee, voting blue. Do your thing. You can vote blue all you want to. Notice how I'm not about to sit there and call you stupid or dumb. Big guy with the dread said, I'm voting for Harris. It's your vote. That's the beauty of being in America right now. Nell Carter said voting blue. Hey, that's your prerogative. Do it. You vote blue. I'm not about to sit here and call y'all stupid. I'm not going to call y'all dumb. I'm not going to y'all. If your morals and your values and your principles line up with Kamala Harris, then vote for Kamala Harris. I mean, just think about it. I grew up in Chicago where there were Bloods and Crips, and they ended up evolving into what they call the GDs and the VLs, right? There's always going to be people on sides, and you're going to pick what side you want to based off of the type of role you want to play or the type of principles that line up with you. If you all for what a lot of things that the Democrats are pushing, that just lets me know what side of the sand you on. The line is drawn in the sand. You letting us know what side you're on. But ain't no way. But what's interesting though is that a lot of times when I ask you guys, like if I ask you, yeah, buddy, Auntie John know what it is. Gangster disciples and the vice lords, you know it. Mars and Mass, yeah. And then we end up having like the four corner hustlers, the Latin kings. But it's easy though. I mean, it's just telling me who morals and values you line up with. I mean, if you want to line up with the party that believe that men can get pregnant, you want to line up with the party that says that men are women, line up with the party that says that women are men. If you line up with the party that want to have grown men participating in women's sports, you want to line up with the party that wants to reduce the age of children being able to consent to sex at the age of 12 with adults. If you want to line up with, I mean, hey, you line up with those values. Just saying, if you line up with the party that wants to change the word pedophile to MAPS, meaning minor attracted person, then that just lets me know where you stand. Again, if you believe that there is cis, bis, kiss, cos, kiss, that just lets me know where you stand. If you believe that there are infinity genders, that just lets me know where you stand. Y'all, here we go again. So Seth Weir's here, you're spouting misinformation. Don't believe me. I don't want y'all to believe me. Go and look it up yourself. Go and look and see which side is pushing this stuff. Trump wants to end all that. Trump said he's going to get men out of women's sports. Trump said he's going to get rid of this non, he's going to get rid of this nonsense in regards to pushing the rhetoric like CRT in schools. He's going to get rid of a whole lot of this stuff. And the best that y'all can do is sit there and say, I'm pushing misinformation. Then, like I told you, if I'm pushing misinformation, what person pushing misinformation would tell you, don't believe me, go and research it yourself? Miss Young, I hear what you're saying, but again, remember that, you know, YouTube can flag that, but I get what you're saying. Trump is saying racist stuff all the time, but nobody is batting an eye. What has I already went over this? Trump saying racist stuff, right? So Trump has said racist stuff like what? Do y'all get me with that? Trump says racist stuff all the time, but then there should be millions of videos. Okay, I'll not exaggerate that. There should be thousands of videos of President Trump saying some racist stuff. Where is it at? You're not gonna find none because he don't. But you know what? You know what I think is interesting? Y'all saying that Trump is saying racist stuff, but you can't give me no videos to prove. But yet at the same time, Kamala Harris is literally doing what a lot of the Democrat Party considered to be racist. You remember how they tried to come at Adele because she had Bantu knots in her hair? You know how they tried to come at that white girl because she had cornrows in her hair because they said she's culturally misappropriating? That's y'all side said that. Your side, the Democrat side, all on CNN and everything, you guys are the ones that said that white people having braids in their hair is culturally misappropriating and all that. You guys said all of that, right? But yet at the same time, y'all don't care about Kamala Harris going around claiming she's black. Y'all don't care about Barack Obama claiming that he's black. Now, we can talk about that right there because there is video of Kamala Harris literally saying she's black. She even said, my mom, okay, I grew up in a middle class and my mom she made it known that she was going to raise 2 young black women. That's a lie. Kamala Harris is not black. Why would her Indian mom raise her Indian daughters to be black? Did Kamala Harris, if Kamala Harris' mom indeed raised her daughters to be black, y'all should be pissed off at Kamala Harris' mom for culturally misappropriating according to y'all narrative, y'all ideology, y'all rhetoric. Okay? Now, scratch that on out the way. Kamala Harris is not black. She's not black. And if you are saying that Kamala Harris is black, I know you have been groomed or indoctrinated on the social construct of the one drop rule, which is rooted in racism, that says if anybody is not a pure white man or white woman and you have any blackness in you, you are not white. You're going to be considered black. That, ladies and gentlemen, is racist. So if you are sitting here saying that Kamala Harris is black, if you are saying that Barack Obama is black, thank you for telling us that you agree with the white supremacist ideology that if any white person has intercourse with a black person and produces a child, that child is black. You have therefore bought into the white supremacist ideology and their rhetoric regarding the one drop rule. Thank you very much. Again, if that's how you're voting and that's what you believe, thanks for telling us and showing us who you are. It's simple. It's simple. So again, now with that being said, you guys are up here saying Trump has said racist things. So if Kamala Harris, who has never talked, and she seemed to apparently be mocking a type of black person, is that culturally appropriating? Is that culturally misappropriating when she got up there and said, you better thank a union member. We did it in 2020 and we're going to do it in 2024. Is that, and is it insulting black people when she said, I can make a mean pot of greens? Okay. One time I made so many greens, I had to wash them in the bathtub. And I ain't playing around. Is that culturally misappropriating? Is that insulting to black people to try to seem, oh, she's down with black people where she washed greens in the bathtub? She tried to make herself seem so black that she claimed to wash collard greens in a bathtub. I know we make up these analogies among black people, like saying things like, boy, she put her foot in that. That food was delicious. It's like a metaphor. She put her foot in that. And Kamala Harris tried to be down with the black people. I washed a pot of greens in a bathtub, okay? She's black. And then all of a sudden she became Spanish. Oh, I love you back. I love you back, ese siempre en mi corazón. Okay. Stop. But again, if you're voting for that, it just lets me know where you stand. Hey, I mean, there's a reason why, everybody can go to the same school, but you got a section that's special ed. I'm messing with y'all. I'm playing. I'm done. I'm joking. Okay. I'm messing with y'all. But no, seriously though, I mean, it don't bother me. It does not bother. It does not bother me. Look at that. You stand with Russia. I agree with a lot of stuff that Russia does. Uh-oh, about to piss some of y'all off. I think Vladimir Putin labeled LGBTQ and all that a terrorist organization. I think Vladimir Putin also said that there's not going to be any type of LGBTQIA stuff taught in their schools. Yeah, I know y'all don't like the truth of that. Y'all don't like stuff like that. No, you talking about Russia. I like how President, you know what you want to tell you what let me tell you what I like about Vladimir Putin and Russia? He listened to Trump. But bam. You want to know what I like about North Korea? Kim Jong, whatever his name is. You want to know what I like about him? He listened to Trump. Bam. Bring it on. I'm telling you, I know y'all pick now. You see why when I go to these speaking engagements that I piss a lot of people off? You see why they just you then they get mad. All they can say to me is that I'm a coon. All they can say to me is that I'm a Porsche nigga. I'm a house nigga. I'm a Uncle Tom. I'm a bootlicker. I'm tap dancing for the white man. When you have nothing intellectual to say to rebut what I'm throwing out with this truth, all you can revert to. That's the best you can do. All you can revert to is name calling. Don't forget to hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that thumbs up button. I got about 5 more minutes and I'm going to be getting out of here, ladies and gentlemen. People said, I'm a true American. Appreciate that. Keisha B, appreciate the subscription, sis. I really do appreciate that. Make sure y'all have the notifications and everything turned on too. Yeah, they getting their butts burned, Timothy Bibb. I know. I told them they picked the wrong one. Y'all have no idea. Y'all know, y'all, man, y'all, this what gets me. Y'all will never be able to see this because I told them I'm not somebody that's trying to make a name for myself, but at the same time, these people go to my websites. I mean, I'm sorry, they go to my YouTube channel, Instagram channel. They scope out what I do. The View was going to have me come on until they checked out my YouTube channel. Y'all know that? I called out Whoopi Goldberg, damn, I got an email and all this stuff like that saying, he got out, blah, 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 blah. The View was going to have me come on there, but they changed their mind. They said they rescinded the offer for me to come on to their show. They didn't give me no reason why. I know why. They checked out my YouTube channel and seen that they picked the wrong one, just like a lot of y'all in this chat did. You got the wrong one. They seen that I'm not somebody that's going to come on their show and be all, I'm not going to let them overtalk me. I'm going to get my words out. I'm going to talk directly to the audience if they're trying to chop me off. See, I'm not the one. I've done this for too long. They don't want to hear the truth on this, and they're not going to be able to overtalk me. They're not going to be able to this. They try to see my voice carries. They won't be able to shut my mic out because I'm going to say it loud enough, and especially if they tape it live. So no, they're not going to do that. I don't care about them trying to get mad. I'll let them blah, blah, blah. You trying to deflect, trying to deflect. You know what? We just going to kick you off the show after this commercial. Okay, fine. Y'all was mad because I was eating y'all alive. They don't want nobody like me on there. That's what makes them so mad. That's why when I go to these speaking engagements, I go to the hood, I say things and I can see and I can tell that the audience is getting pissed off. When I let them know, a lot of times, again, I told y'all I use these analogies. Some of y'all may not agree with this. That's fine. To each its own when it comes to how you raise your household, okay? If my sons got in trouble and got disciplined, after they got disciplined, spanked, I would tell them why they got, well, they knew why they got the spanking anyway. But afterwards, I always made sure that we follow through with a talk and corrective action and what we're going to look for in the future. So what I'm saying that for is this. My sons, and I told them I knew this, after they got in trouble, they would go in their room and they would, I'm going to run away and everybody going to miss me. I'm going to run far, far away where nobody can find me and they're going to be so sad when I run away. I put my ear on the door and heard my son doing that one time. I ain't even do nothing. Shoot, I hate them. He lay on his pillow, and after he lay on his pillow, he cries for a little bit. The conscience kick in. You know you was wrong for that. The conscience kick in. You know you weren't supposed to do what your dad told you not to. The conscience kick in. You deserve that spanking because you weren't supposed to do it. Then I come back in the room. Son, do you understand why you got in trouble? Yes. Tell me why you got in trouble. Because you told me not to pick up a rock and throw it. Yes. Now, what are you going to do from now on? I'm not going to pick up no rocks and throw no more. Okay, now come here. Give me a hug. All right? So what you about? Yeah, that's how it worked. Now, the reason why I'm giving you guys that analogy right there is this. In that process, my sons, when they start doing them, I ain't even do nothing. I can't stand him. You know what you know the reason why they were saying that? They were more focused on the fact that they got a spanking and not thinking about why they got the spanking and what they did. All of a sudden, they try to make themselves the victim for being disobedient. Now they're the victim. But like I told y'all, after time, the conscience kick in. You know you was wrong for that. You weren't supposed to do that. Now, you might ask, why do you say that, Ty? Because when I go to these speaking engagements, I intentionally come at people and say things a particular way to where they get upset. And then I'll ask them, what I just said to you, These things I just talked about, these things I just said, are you going to seek it out to see if that's the truth, or are you pissed off at how I said it and what I said? See, a lot of times people are pissed off because they feel like they're focusing on the verbal spanking that they got instead of focusing on what they did wrong and how they are wrong. That's what a lot of y'all do. You just ready to that's what you're ready to do. You mad and you upset because of the verbal spanking that you got when you're not even sitting there thinking about what it is that you did wrong to receive the verbal spanking. And that's what a lot of you don't like about President Trump. You don't like that. I don't like what he said. I don't like how he said it. He a bully. He it is. I can't believe that. He called y'all this. He don't care about this. He don't. The man gets up, and I cannot stress enough how much this man talks about America first. And y'all up here, he don't care about y'all. But yet, you don't want to sit there and swallow the pill and admit that you know good and dang on well you were off better when Trump was in the office. Don't sit here and lie and act like you wasn't. Now, it can be anecdotal, but for majority of Americans, middle class, lower class, you were better off under President Trump on a social economic level. Don't sit there and lie, because if you wasn't, I guess the statistics right now regarding inflation and the cost of food, the cost of gas, baby formula running out, death rates going up, and I guess all of that right there, you're not included in that. You just rich and was just doing all so well. I guess you were just doing great during this 3.5 years of inflation and all that. You just did good. I guess you're just rich and it didn't affect you at all. Y'all cannot stand that stuff. It's okay to say that you do not like Trump. There was a time where, like I said, I can only relate this stuff to fatherhood. There was a time where I know that when my sons them did not like the rules and statutes and principles I have for this kingdom in my house, and well, not this, I'm in a hotel, but the kingdom that I have for my house, I know my sons didn't like the rules and everything that I had in my house, right? I knew that. I knew that my sons at moments and times they did not like me. I reckon y'all think as a parent, I'm going to expect my kids going to like me all the days of their life. I know there were moments and times as a father that my sons were not going to like me, and I was okay with that, long as I knew that within my heart that I was leading and guiding them in the right direction, which that's what y'all don't understand about President Trump. You think Trump don't know that y'all don't like him? Let me tell you one of the best things. Look, I got some of my people in here, and they know I'm cool. I'm talking about my employees. I see some of y'all in here. But remember when I told y'all the fact that people were like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna like Ty. Good. Why some of them tell me, Ty, when you first started, man, when they told us when you took over one of our buildings, when you took over Frotzlin, hey, appreciate it. It said they want to celebrate your first super chat on the live stream. So this is your first super chat on the live stream. Appreciate that, and God bless you for the $5. But what they would say is, man, Ty, when you first started, man, I was like, man, I'm not gonna like him. They said because when you came in, man, you was just. So they did not like me. Most people, when I take over certain buildings and people work under me, they start off not liking me because I come in and I'm boom, 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 policy this, policy that. As long as you're doing your job, you won't have a problem with me. As long as you are doing what you are supposed to be doing, you won't have a problem with me. You know what your job is, you know what your job description is, and I just expect you to do them. Don't cut corners. Don't get lazy. You won't have a problem with me. Do what you're supposed to do. Man, I didn't think I was gonna like you. You know what? That's good. Because I'm only doing what's best for the company. I'm only doing what's best for you. Why wouldn't you want to be a good employee? Why wouldn't you want to be a good worker, especially if it's in your job description to do those things? We got Yeesh with the $2 super chat. I really appreciate that, and God bless you for that. And then we have Thunderball McGillicuddy, Thunderball McGillicuddy with a $50 super chat. I really appreciate that. God bless you for that. But I really do appreciate that, guys. I really do. I thank you guys for spending time with me. And I told y'all I'm 5 minutes over. My wife is texting me to come get her from her sisters. She got 6 of them. Yeah, imagine that. 6 sisters and one brother. And whew. Now, don't forget, when I'm getting ready to close this thing out, y'all, if you have not done it yet, make sure you go to my channel and subscribe to the channel. I, again, would recommend you guys. I pinned this guy right now, Uncle Tom. He has a channel called The Porch Session. Highly recommend you guys go over there and check him out. There's another YouTube channel, Anton Daniels. Go check him out. Another YouTube channel, Aaron O, Jericho Green, Candace Owens, Brandon Tatum, Unifier TV, the Hodge Twins, Conservative Perspective, ABL or Anthony Brian Logan. Highly recommend y'all go check them out over there and subscribe to their channels. If you're trying to figure out those names I just gave again, when this video ends, go to 2 hours and 5 minutes and you'll be able to hear all over this again. That way you guys can go over there and subscribe to them. So I appreciate y'all being here, the trolls and the untrolls. And y'all know how I do and how I end all my videos. Hit that like button before you get out of here. Make sure you subscribe to my channel before you get out of here. Yes, thank you, Unconventional. Go subscribe to my guy, Benny Johnson. He interviewed me on Newsmax and all that. So shout out to my guy, Benny Johnson. And with that being said, folks, I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in good health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.